It's Week 13 of the NFL. And coming up, we're going to see Keenan Allen, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Chargers and the Patriots. Next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. It doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. When you look at this Patriots defense, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert. Thrown incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
The offense is always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up the screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And this one is right through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But his opening drive, while stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Well, the Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
At the 16-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The Patriots at 4-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 14. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A give to Elliott running left. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now. Back to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season and reconnects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On the screen, this is Eckler. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and not going to be able to push this through. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Taylor now returning it. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got Mason complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's Eckler again. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Smart work before that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now out come the Patriots. And they'll be looking to correct course here. They had the safety turned in against them last time they had the ball. That was followed by the field goal. So they'll operate from behind now as they start 1st and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Zeke going to get it on the option. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 2nd down and 8. Running wide side, Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 43. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A first down carry by Elliott. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. And this is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within a couple at 8-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A little short pass. This is Everett. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Again, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Steelers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bucs trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well.
So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
7 yards there and a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Off the bootleg. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. Now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jones. This will be caught by Brown. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Open man right side of Smith-Schuster, complete. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive in the second half. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here's Darius Davis on the return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Jones out to the flat, that's caught. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Elliott. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Herbert now. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So the incomplete pass on the last. Herbert back to the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. 2nd and 9 from the 44. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practice,
blitz coming and down he goes. Mack Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This this offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. Third and long. Herbert. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Christian Barmore able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. New England trying to get a place on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. At their own 26. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. He completes it to Henry. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Jones. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Davis now to return it. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So out come the Chargers. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Jones on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short pass caught by Henry. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 50 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Back to throw again. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Herbert and the Chargers down by 8. Just under 2 minutes to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Throwing, Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Herbert going to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
2nd and 6 coming up. Now Herbert. They'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And out of bounds right around the 20. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Herbert to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part 1. Part 2, the 2-point conversion.
Throw the 2-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. One last last throw here for Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This one came right down to the wire. Let's see, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for New England, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.